hereby call on all political parties to boycott future elections in this country until Mahmoud Yakubu and the corrupt commissioners of INEC are completely dissolved.
Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Tessie. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, depending on where you are watching from. Hope you all are doing well, and thank you so much for stopping by. So we all are beginning to feel the heat in this country. We told them they did not listen, but thank God that they all of us are beginning to reap the fruit of their labor, because this time around now it is no longer about the poor man or the rich man. Everybody in this country is feeling the heat. This is Senator Dino Melaye calling for all Nigerians to boycott future election in Nigeria until the current INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, is removed. And according to him, as far as that man is concerned, free and fair election can never be guaranteed. And even our judiciary itself is not guaranteed, because these people, they are the ones in charge. But we warned them when they were sowing the seed, because APC did not just stand up to start rigging election. It started from PDP. All of them, they are election riggers. So look at today, it is beginning to by fire. All of them, they are crying out. All right, before I continue, I'm going to let you guys listen to Senator Dino Melaye. I saw this video and I find this interview very interesting. That's why I decided to come share with you all. But please help me by liking and sharing with others so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to more people. Let us watch.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here again.
Just tell us again why you've decided to make this call.
Yeah, first one will say that we are actually living in perilous times. We are living in times of vicissitude, times of vacillation. Democracy is supposed to be government of the people, by the people and for the people. But what we have today is greediocracy, government of the greedy, by the greedy and for the greedy. And the umpire that is supposed to be the transparent referee automatically have become INEC, and the judiciary have become departments or appendages of the APC. I did an elaborate elucidation on INEC, and it is impossible for us to have credible, free, fair elections under the morally and ethically challenged national chairman of INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu. It's not possible for us to have a transparent election, because we thought after the satanic manifestations of the February election, we thought Mahmoud Yakubu would become born again. We take opportunity to redeem the image of INEC and himself with the November 11 elections, but automatically it became more brazen. It became more nefarious, and the system adopted, especially in Kogi State, is legendary. It's never been seen in the history of this country, where results manifested even before the accreditations of candidates. And we know that these sensitive materials are supposed to be within the custody of the central bank. So how is our naira and money safe with the central bank when sensitive INEC materials are not safe with the central bank? Because the results we saw on the streets, the ballot papers that were being printed even before the elections, were supposedly to be in the custody and safekeeping or save of the central bank. But we found them on the streets. Like I enumerated a few days ago, I got certified true copies of INEC documents. We all know in this country that voters registration ended in November last year. November 2022. That was when the last time that the voters register was updated. And I got a certified true copy of the February result of the presidential and national assembly elections in Kogi State from INEC. And I also got a certified true copy of the November 11 governorship election that I participated in a few weeks ago. And by the time I carried out comparative analysis of both, I discovered that, for example, in Okene local government, that registered voters during the presidential election was 140,000 plus. But on the face of the certified true copy that I got from INEC in the November 11 election, it rose to 151 when there was no voters register. There was no voters registration. Voters registration ended November 2022. And February this year, on the face of the certified true copy of the results of the presidential election, voter registration in Okene local government was 140,000 plus.
But I'm wondering why you don't go to court and argue this out.
Because it will make no sense going to court. I will be myopic, porous, and intellectually stagnant to go to court. Because the court today in Nigeria is the bane of our development, is the bane of our democracy. What we see in courts today show that for democracy that is supposed to be, the courts that is supposed to be the last hope of the masses, as actually now the last tormentor of the common man. I have examples. For example, what happened in Kano? Why would I go to court? When the judgment read in court is different from the certified true copy of what was given. And shamelessly, stupidly, the appeal court came out and said that is clerical error. They said it's clerical error. I don't know if the definition of clerical error changed, because the 3 paragraphs that became contentious, there were no spelling errors. So what is the meaning of clerical errors? Because there were no typing errors, there were no spelling errors. So you now also begin to ask yourself, Labour Party just came out 2 days ago to say that they have no judgment. And Supreme Court is telling them that no, your judgment is in Atiku's own. You know? So, and Labour Party cried out. And we all in this country, we knew that Labour Party went as a party. PDP went as a party. And there was never a time during the case that these 2 cases were consolidated. I'm a graduate of law. And the primary thing in law is that when you raise questions for determination in your case, it becomes mandatory, it becomes paramount, it becomes compulsory, it becomes obligatory for the court to answer those questions. But in this case, you are telling them that the questions have not been answered. For example, Labour, one of the questions or one of the issues that was raised in their submission is that how did the photograph of a woman appear on the server of INEC instead of result sheets? That question was never answered. And the Supreme Court know that they cannot answer that question without creating what we call in law precedents, negative precedents. So they refuse to answer it. So why will Melaye Daniel Dino or any responsible Nigerian go to courts with the kind of courts we have? Look at the gradual usurpation of the states won by PDP by the courts, where the majority have decided on the field. 7 people, 5 people in the case of Court of Appeal will sit down and upturn the popular mandate of the people. See what is happening in Plateau. See what is happening in Kaduna. See what is happening in Nasarawa. See what happened in Kano. With this type of cash and carry judicial practice, why would anybody go to court? Because the courts have become a parastatal of the APC.
So they
boastfully on television during their campaigns, boast about it.
Yeah, so you've lost confidence in the Electoral Commission and you've lost confidence in the judiciary.
Yeah, they are conjoined twins. The 2 of them are conjoined twins and they are departments of them.
And what you're suggesting, what you're advocating is collective boycott of elections in this country by the opposition. Yes. What has been the reaction from the opposition parties to that call of yours?
I have not only pronounced that, I've not only suggested that, I've not only advised that, I am taking it to the next level. We have a meeting on Tuesday, and from there we will prove to both
who's we?
We will prove, we, concerned Nigerians, who want a new Nigeria, who want a country where there will be justice, egalitarianism, where there will be fairness, where there will be equity.
Is it the opposition parties that you're
Among the opposition parties, of course. Okay. Among the opposition parties, of course. And the only way to cure this mess is for the dissolution of INEC. Today, as I speak to you, non-card-carrying members of INEC have been appointed as commissioners in INEC. That will not happen in any civilized
time. You mean
no
card-carrying members of a political party?
They are of APC.
Right, okay.
They are non-card-carrying members of APC, and they have been appointed as commissioners.
Right.
And these are the people that will recruit ad hoc staff during elections, who will now carry out ad hoc INEC activities at the pool. Then automatically the thing will only get worse. INEC have become SIEC, State Independent Electoral Commissioners, where governors appoint their aides, appoint their party members, and write results before even elections are conducted. So INEC is now synonymous to SIEC. And what is happening in SIEC across the states is exactly what today is happening in INEC.
Right.
And we cannot keep quiet and allow Mahmoud Yakubu to destroy, although he has even destroyed our democracy. People have lost complete hope in INEC and in the judiciary. So the only solution is for the dissolution of INEC, or Mahmoud Yakubu allow God to touch him by voluntarily resigning, because he has wreaked havoc in the fiber, the vein of democracy in Nigeria.